Hey everybody, welcome back to BigRedEDC. Well, my goodness, it is January 17th. That means we are 17 days into 2025 and we already have our second release from RoseCraft Blades for this year. Of course, the Mill Creek came out on New Year's Day, and now we have the newest release, the Cockleburr Creek Trapper in Rosewood. I cannot wait to see this. Andy, generous enough to send this out to help. Yes, they released today, guys. So as they've been doing, retailers can release them as early as 8 a.m. in the morning. My goodness, why do I? There we go. Can release them as early as 8 a.m. in the morning. And then RoseCraft will release them at noon. Oh, holy smokes. And those times are Eastern times for sure. Like I said, this is Rosewood. Get a closer. Oh my goodness, look at the grain in that. That is very, very nice looking. Look at the grain. Oh my goodness. Now, it's kind of funny. I'm just kind of noticing, well, especially on this side, you know how bone kind of has that speckling sometimes, and I see it more prominent in bone than I do wood, but it looks really, really cool. So it's kind of got almost some aspects of bone in it, but the grain is very, very pretty. Now, it's a lighter grain. It's not overly, it doesn't stand out, but it just looks really nice. It does. Dang, so we're back to the Rosebud Shield on this one. Nickel silver pins. You've got the brushed steel bolsters. I mean, transitions and pins are fantastic. We'll look at this side real quick before we get into... Let's check back here. Looks pretty darn good. Looks pretty darn good. Of course, we've got a trapper pattern, a slight reimagining by Andy. Puts his own little twist on these patterns, but just the covers and the overall fit and finish I really like. Looks like we have traditional nail nicks on both of these blades. Now, like I said, it is a trapper pattern. Nice. That pull was probably, I give it a 5.5 on that pull. There's RoseCraft. You've got a clip point. Of course, we're going to have a sticker that we're going to take off. I got these in. I worked yesterday, guys. So I got these last night. So you're seeing this. You're seeing this right after I got them, basically. But you're seeing it on Friday, so it's Friday. D2 steel, of course. Andy's maker's mark. But you've got a traditional clip point pattern. Let's go back out a little bit. There you go. But very nice. Let's see. Goes into that half stop nice. Snaps back. Let's see the spay blade. Spay blade might be slightly lighter. It's in that 5 to 5.5 range. For me, anyway. Goes into the half stop nicely. Pops open pretty well. Kicks back into that half stop. Pretty decent walk and talk on it for sure. But it's pretty much a traditional trapper. That's what it is. We've got a nice long swedge on the clip point blade. Really like it. Yeah, you guys know single bladed patterns are my favorite. So in this configuration, with the trapper and the two blades, the clip and the spay, and it's kind of a, I don't know, what do you think about spay? Looks just slightly, got a nice little swedge on it too. You've got a nice choil. Again, you've got Andy's maker's mark, the RoseCraft, but it looks, for me, let's see, spay blade, what would be the primary blade for me that I like? It's not too bad. I can definitely feel the spay blade more with the clip point deployed. It's just a trapper pattern. There's nothing, I guess. But I mean, I do. I prefer single blade just for the simple fact that I don't feel that second blade in my hand. That's just me. That's what I like. But as far as the make, the overall, I mean, it is very, very nice. Let's get an overall, let's get a look at it. Let's get a quick spec check on it. So, I mean, we're just slightly over 4 inches closed. I mean, maybe 4 1/8. It's just over. And then your clip point blade is coming in at right about 3 1/4. Looks like you're going to have about a 3-inch cutting edge on it. And I'm sure our spay blade is right in there as well. We'll give it a quick look. Splay blade, yep, 3 1/4, and pretty much a 3-inch cutting edge on it as well. Very, very, God, these look good. But yeah, I do it. And Andy, always so nice, sends us out a slip to put it in. We've got a large slip. So those RoseCraft, if you're looking at getting one of these, they fit in the large RoseCraft blades slip. But I just want to throw this out there real quick, guys. Andy said an extra set. You know what that means? Yeah. Do it. Do it. That's all I'm saying. So, should have picked up a couple, should have grabbed a couple more RoseCrafts before I started, but we'll, let's see. Let's do this one. Yeah, we'll do that one. And let's see. We'll do, let's do this one. This one. We'll do some comparisons. We'll do some comparisons with other RoseCrafts. So there you go. Let's get that out there. There is your Cockleburr Creek. How about the Nola Chucky? The Nola Chucky, that's how it raises up against the Nola Chucky. And, of course, we'll pick out the Mill Creek, just because that was our last release. And there you go. That's kind of how we size them up. Size comparison. It's just... I didn't really mean to do that, but I kind of went from smallest to largest, I guess. Yeah, happy accident on that one. But, so it is. It's a little bit longer than the Nola Chucky. I mean, maybe a little more than 1/8 of an inch in the blade. Roughly about that in the handle as well. And then we're probably pushing, oh, well, maybe about 1/8 on the blade for the Mill Creek. And probably closer to 1/4 of an inch longer on the handle with the Mill Creek. But, I mean, come on, guys. Andy, I told you in my year end of 2024, you know, I saw a lot of fantastic knives from a lot of great knife makers. But to me, as a whole, what RoseCraft did last year made them my production knife company of the year. It just really did. What Andy, and I mean, now, let's be honest, okay? It's not just Andy. I mean, Andy designs these, creates these knives, in his mind, puts them on paper, and then sends them off to a factory to have done. Of course, the factory has to be on the ball and get production and all that other stuff, right? There's a lot of moving parts, and then you got shipping and all that other stuff. There are a lot of moving parts, but, man, Andy he just keeps it rolling. And I can't wait to see what we see this year. If this last year was any indication, it's just been, he's been ramping up as long as we've been going. As long as he's been designing for RoseCraft, and it just keeps, man, oh man. You've done it again, Andy. You've given us a really, really good looking, traditional, the trapper. I mean, come on. That pattern's been around forever. As a lot of these have. Andy does put his little tweaks on things. Like the Mill Creek Cotton Sampler. He's tweaked it a bit, made it his. That design, which is, for me, is awesome. But, yeah. And like I said, guys, don't forget. We got an extra set here. It's been a while since I've just done one of those random doing a giveaway from a video that I've done. I haven't done one of those in a long time. I guess maybe now's the time. So, there you go. do what you need to do, guys. Thank you so much for stopping by. Like I said, these drop today. Depending on when you're watching this, they may have already dropped. But as always, don't forget, if you pick them up at RoseCraftBlades.com, use the code BigRedEDC, saves you 10% for sure. If you pick them up like at Traditiaonal Pocket Knives, then use code BigRed10 and you can still save yourself 10% there as well. So if you're a Trapper fan, I tell you what, yeah, the Cockleburr Creek might be one you think about picking up. Like I said, they run for $61.99 retail, but with those codes where at RCB or TPK, yeah, save yourself a little bit of money. Get it for right around $55, maybe just a hair under. So greatly appreciate it, guys. Thank you so very much. As always, like, subscribe, leave me that comment. You know I love talking to you. And until next time, guys, I will talk to you later. Bye-bye.